Yeah. Looks like it would be fall of the season. With current waves of rising high and low, my thoughts flow with changing days, inviting myself to soak in serene. Welcome to the poetry reading with Fatal Brains. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. What I'm read out is my inner feeling, but what is happening is something disturbing around. The Nepal, this nature's fury, and the victims of war. But why we gathered together here today? Maybe to express solidarity or to, say a few words or to pray and give out a prayer or something like that. So please welcome let's begin our show with Richard Spisak. He's an engineer, mainstay of the Fatal Brains. Please welcome Richard Spisak.
Thank you so much, my friends. An honor to be with you. I get such joy from hearing the wonderful words that you have, the songs of your heart. You can always count on poets to tell you the truth, and that is a precious, precious thing in this world. So many caring hearts. I have two pieces for you. The first one is just a little whimsy, a little fairy tale. I call it The Capital of Fa. Deep in the forests of La, near the ancient river of Dadi, where the treasure of Da is known to dwell, and the silent mountain monks ring their ancient primeval bell, I led my horse down the dangerous course, where rocks precarious fell with force, where the crumbling trail was never measured by those out hunting the sacred treasure, when the unlucky two fall to the valley below. So trembled every pilgrim who chose that awful course to go. Never mind when the trail crumbled, hardly catching his breath when his courser stumbled. The sight of the spinning valley below alone scared some right to death, don't you know? The castle, barely visible through the clouds that flowed, the sight of the spinning valley dancing so far, far below, alone scared some right to death, don't you know? The castle, barely visible through the clouds that flowed, through the sharp peaks and crags of ice, as if the slippery course was trimmed in frosting. So nice. The wind, ferocious, would tug and chase these valiant pilgrims on the rock's steep face. More than once his brave horse blanched at the rumbling of a nearby avalanche, and he approached the ferocious wind shredded. Then up from the valley floor volleys of arrows headed. His attention to the final worn rocky ledge. These dangerous tribal people had sworn their pledge to protect the fortifications of the capital city of Fa. They'd sworn to their mothers on the sacred river Ka. They guarded with their lives the final approach to Fa from any wandering wayfarer, no matter who they are. The Grand Vizier of the great castle Fa had cast his spell over the vineyard of Kani, and any wandering wayfarer, no matter who they are, the Grand Vizier of the great castle Fa had cast a spell on the vineyard of Kani, and even though he should know their warehouse was empty, he knew that any goblet from the great capital Fa would magically fill with a sparkling vintage unmarred. As the young knight-errant approached the castle gate, where the imperial sacred band lay well armed in wait, surrounding Castle Fa was the equestrian force, well known like Caesar's equestri, so well appointed on horse. Those guarding the eastern gate of the sun were the force known always to be number one. These, like Alexander's, were known as companions, and it was known they were as solid and brave as granite stanchions. But in the west, so lauded and praised were those who would risk all right to their graves. Known, like Gordius, the ancient warrior's sacred band, was this band of soldiers who, although of ancient victorious lineage, lay among them no molders, But our hero had a better weapon than all those who might bellow and deafen. He leapt from the saddle just before the gate. He leapt from his saddle just before the gate. He raised up one hand and bade the soldiers all wait. They leaned in to hear what he said, and he broke out his best joke now, and they laughed off their heads. Right into the palace he strode, bold as brass. He had them all laughing till they fell on their ass. In the throne room our hero arrived, where he explained boogie woogie and twist and all that hep jive. Right there on the spot they made the lad king. They kissed his behind and gave him some kind of ring. He waved them away with a generous gesture. Like the flagon with the dragon, it was not quite his kind of pestle. Like the flagon of the dragon, it was not his kind of pestle. And then this one, this is a brief science one. I recently read a science story that from our portion of the universe, the number of galaxies that we can detect are over 2 trillion, just where we can detect. So I want you to think a grand thought of all the galaxies that might just be out there. So this is called, in the piece of the universe, we can see there are roughly 2 trillion galaxies. Oh, say, can you see all the galaxies in me? And when our vision takes time to crawl up from the depths of the grime in our cups, what a marvelous sight! The shimmering, glimmering, oh, so much dinnering to see. Oh me, what a marvelous thing to be! What a marvelous thing to be. When up from the slippery cup, climbing and chiming for $1 or a dime, from the cheap seats the lamb bleats, but no more than that, I'll be eating my hat. And as the dinner rolls in, I give up some skin, counting the stars just right where you are. Although spinning out far, I got the drift of the red shift. Looking back now in time, so red shifted in rhyme, it's fine in their listed gold-kissed to define the counting refined, a perspective reflecting divine. And when dinner delivered, carried by some green little lizard, the lazy among us, and old Gerald McHungus, with Bosch and his bundles, can never be bothered. They've tumbled, ignoring the slaughters of the sons and their daughters. No, never. Climb to the rim, it might be a sin, leaving the peeking and sneaking to gin. 'Tis said the apple of knowledge might help you in college. It might provide you acknowledge, a ride you might climb to. Say, the rim of the cup pour and see what the other kids have supper. That's the Milky Way splashing. What can I say when I see all the dashing and spinning, the old cosmos out there grinning, an infinity of stars? We'll be going back to Mars. And please, if you please, keep counting the stars so you know where you are. Oh, my friend, otherwise how very sorry to tarry so far. Thank you, my friends. Thank you so much.
That was science. Beautifully, you're a scientist as well. You are beautifully described, and storytelling was beautiful. First,
My honor. Thank you.
thank you. We are honored, sir. That was Richard. Please give a round of applause, man. Up next is Yes. After a long gap, is convalescing and could not make it. But yes, she's a wonderful singer and a spiritualist as well. Please welcome Shalini Nandkeolyar.
Thank you so much, Prasanna, Roopali, and my greetings to all you wonderful luminaries and beautiful poems, Richard. Wonderful to hear you once again. And I'm again humbled and deeply honored to be here. Yes, I know there's been health issues and there's been something or the other personal issues. So we've not been able to attend. My greatest loss. But I'm here now and I'm really very happy to be here. Thank you so much once again. And I decided to read 2 love poems because I think we are living at this point of time when there is so much hatred, there's war, there is so much of turmoil going on in the world. So let us kind of, go into a little oasis of love, which is our very inherent nature. And a little, I hope that, we become that love and spread that love and hope that, it touches every soul so that, people start thinking different. And it just washes away all the hatred that there is in the universe at the moment. So I have two short poems to read. The first poem is The Swan's Song. The two ethereal swans, unblemished white, pure, in a sublime choreography of love's eternal dance. A slow waltz swaying on the rhythm of heart's joyous, pulsating beat. Soulful eyes locked in each other in a language of passionate embrace. Their very essence transformed into a fragrance of love divine. Each step a lyrical brilliance, a poem in grace and elegance, a song of unparalleled beauty. Ballet of such rapturous synchronicity. I watch you glide with perfect ease, such ecstasy, one soul, two bodies. To love is to go beyond oneself into meadows of everlasting bliss, where nothing remains, only love. Thank you so much. Another poem is just entitled Love. Was I not an atom once in this cosmic dance of creation, propelled by love's intoxicating wine? Was I not an atom once in this cosmic dance of creation, propelled by love's intoxicating wine? The subtle, invisible thread of love, where the sky meets the earth. The subtle, invisible thread of love, where the sky meets the earth. Mountains that hold the gushing rivers, mountains that hold the gushing rivers, lets them flow free and seek no return. Mountains that hold the gushing rivers, lets them flow free and seek no return. For selfless love emancipates. Where nature expands her arms to encompass all alike. Where so selfless love emancipates. Where nature expands her arms to encompass all alike. In an immortal bond of love. In her nurturing rain of dewdrops. In the loving songs of dawn. In sun's comforting golden wrap of countless warm embraces. For sure, love is in the air, every breath a gift of love. Thank you so much.
Love is in the air, for sure. One body, one soul, two bodies, only love, and the subtle thread of love. Beautiful, beautiful expression, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Soothing, and very light. My first prompt was love in the air. So beautiful.
Let us, amen, I think. Let that love be in the air. And then let's have one soul and all bodies, not just two bodies.
All right.
So let us expand in that love.
Exactly.
And wash away everything else.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, Prasanna. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming up with two poems. That was Shalini Nandkeolyar. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please stay on. Just
Yes.
begin. And up next is yes, our professor. Please welcome Satinder Kaur.
Thank you, Prasanna ji. I have two poems for today, and the one is light. It is about light. The poem goes like this. Myriads of thanks to the God Almighty. Myriads of thanks to the God Almighty for blessing me with the light of the day. For many there are deprived of this gift and have to walk haplessly through life's ways. And have to walk haplessly through life's ways. The light of my eyes, an invaluable treasure, makes the world beautiful in unbounded measure. The Apollo, the Diana, the starry phase of the galaxy, the snow-capped mountains, the lakes and the valleys, the clouds, the rainbow, the flowers, the butterflies, the fascinating nature with all its magnificence gives me a reason to love this bountiful world, for its abundance of blessings showered manifold. The fascinating nature with all its magnificence gives me a reason to love this bountiful world, for its abundance of blessings showered manifold. Often my mind pulls me to those ill-fated destitutes. Often my mind pulls me to those ill-fated destitutes to let them see through my eyes as long as I live. And even when I am merged with the heavenly powers, let my eyes serve to at least make one life richer. And even when I am merged with the heavenly powers, let my eyes serve to at least make one life richer. Thank you. And the second one is, it is again about love, but here we are going to see what happens to the lovers when the love remains unfulfilled. So the title is Unfulfilled Love, or Love Unfulfilled. The poem goes like this. Under the bright night sky and stars in full array, Queen Moon illuminates the earth with silver light. Two youthful hearts beneath the trees they lay, with a love that shone, oh, so bright. In nature's embrace, a love so pure, their hearts beat as one in the stillness of the night, vowing to stay together forever in a love so true it felt just right. Alas, alas, society was not kind to their love. Families in strife with conflict that couldn't be undone. Their love deemed unwise. Their future was snuffed. Apart from each other, they were forced to run. Apart from each other, they were forced to run. Years went by, but their love never died. Years went by, but their love never died. In their hearts, the memories remained alive of that fateful night. Their souls forever intertwined side by side. A spark of unceasing hope truly remained ignited. Oh, nature, how cruel you can be to tear apart the true lovers like the waves of the raging sea. Oh, nature, how cruel you can be to tear apart the true lovers like the waves of the raging sea. but their love, like the stars, will forever be a shining light in the darkness for all to see. But their love, like the stars, will forever be a shining light in the darkness for all to see. Thank you.
Beautiful, man. Youthful hearts have their ways of escaping, but sometimes. But the other thing is, you wanted to have a look through your eyes for the deprived hearts who could not see the light of the day. So that was something great.
Yeah.
It was a beautiful poems of yours, very honest, I would say. The first
Thank you.
one. Second is as well nature. Sometimes, sometimes it shows its fury, and so maybe through the cruel minds of people or something, or some other means. So, but that is the kind of story. But then the first one is something, the light of the day has to be seen by all.
Yes.
We wish, and
Yeah.
nobody should be deprived of seeing the
Nobody
light.
should.
But the coming day, the days that you are witnessing is something. This is what.
So through this, I just try to say that I would also like to donate my organs when I am no more. Let someone else use my eyes, use my liver, use my heart, whatever is in perfect condition. Let all these organs be a part of some other person's body, some other person's life, so that his or her life becomes bright or full of life. Thank you.
Exactly. Yes, we need to have this, kind of awareness of this also, the kind of thing. So how many organs are, eligible to be donated? So maybe some 5-7 kind of organs that is eligible to be, and that is what in medically. So that is very good. Thank you. That's the kind of thing. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Please, up next is our newly married girl. Please congratulate her, Bogdana. Bogdana, yes. From
Hello, hello, Kumar. Yeah, I haven't been in weeks present, but I'm sorry, my program doesn't allow all the time. Unfortunately, I'm happy to see Richard again, because we've seen back in other meetings too with you. Thanks for congratulating me. I really appreciate your good thoughts. And this time I have a poem, a love poem, but somehow I wrote it dedicated to my husband. So it's called Legacy. My legacy goes to you, my loyal partner, my husband. My only legacy is a heart that was too weak to fight and hardly beats only because of you, because you keep it alive. Take it, because this legacy without your signature is nothing. So it was short, but written from the bottom of my heart.
That was so lovely. That was so lovely. We wish you a healthy, happy married life. And now the action has begun and the real life, gets started. But yes, that is a thank you. Thank you for coming. Lots of blessings from the poets out here. That was Bogdana. Please, my dear friends, give a round of applause. Up next, definitely, our security analyst or security, or who is, from Singapore, Sylvia Lay. Yes, Sylvia, please turn on your mic.
I can't see my mic and I can't unmute myself.
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go on.
Okay,
Reciting.
hear me. Okay. I just pull out a love out of what others are reading about love team. This I may have read before, but I can just give it a try. You are beautiful girl. This one signifies young couple in love. You are beautiful girl beyond comparison. Come to me, dear, and make me whole. Mold me, turn me inside out. I see the high value in you. Watch me in the twinkle of my eyes. You are beautiful, my dear. I love you. Strolling hand in the rain is romantic, catching. Just a minute, I lost it. Catching the raindrop through my wet hair. Hold me, make me whole. My embrace that we flew to the moon, it was a mystic, unforgettable journey. Okay, I done it. Thank you very much.
Twinkle of your eyes, in your eyes. Beautiful, Sylvia. Thanks for coming and thank you.
Thank you. I'm going to bed soon, 3 a.m. I got the book waiting on. And then I got to hop to work. Bye-bye.
Okay. My dear friends, I would like to play a small video, and we had, as you know, that we celebrated a kind of get together for Manushyatvam, that we rise by lifting other songs of humanity. We just had this. I was the monkey around. I was just playing at the mic, so you can just watch it. Just like I will, just enjoy this.
Thank you, dear presenter.
So that was.
Beautiful, absolutely.
Now, let me go to our mentor, Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur. Oh, sorry. This is. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead. Dr. Roopali Sircar Gaur.
I didn't know I can hardly hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. So thank you so much, Prasanna. It was a pleasure meeting you, stepping out of a digital space into a real space and meeting you. It was, I hope we're able to do that with more of you. Our homes are open to anybody traveling to India from other countries. We'll host you, stay with us, and we'll read poetry. This is a wonderful moment for us to release it. It was unplanned, impromptu, and it took a village to help us out. So many people came forth. Now, while I'm traveling, right now I'm traveling, and I went to my hometown, which is Hyderabad, and my parents used to live there, and I grew up there, but they are no longer there, and the house we lived in has been sold away. So I had to stay somewhere, and I had a sense of homelessness. To be very honest, till I met Prasanna and his family and others, then I realized that one is never homeless. This is a poem that I wrote maybe a couple of years ago. It's called Traveling Tales. I'm a snail, slow moving with antennas on my head. I carry my home on my back, traveling quietly place to place. When evening falls, a car honks, I just curl up inside. I'm not homeless. You see, I carry my home on my back. You can call me anytime, anywhere. I won't take up your place. I have my own home on my back. I did once think I was without a home. I did believe I had nowhere to go. And then it dawned upon me one morn that I carried on my back my own home. The home on my back never burdens me. It never asks me to leave. I don't fear harsh voices. The night always is tranquil. For a long time, I did not know I carried my home on my back. So, for all of us who feel lost, we're all there as human beings, and there is a home for us. So, there's another small poem which came from a prompt that the fertile brains had put up of an elderly lady sitting quietly on a staircase, waiting as if something has happened to her. So this poem says, "Thank you, Mrs. Walter. We no longer need your services. You see, ours is a young company and you no longer fit the image. 40 years I took care of so many things. Tomorrow I'll have to put away my office clothes. I won't need them anymore. I had just bought these shoes. Tomorrow I won't have to catch that bus anymore. It will wait for me, I know. It will blow its horn and then go away, wondering, when did I grow old? When did the evening shades come upon me? I feel strong. My hair is silver and some wrinkles on my face. Clients were happy to meet me, I thought. Perhaps I should have dyed my hair. Tomorrow, I have nowhere to go. I will make myself a cup of coffee and watch the robins as they sing their song. So the poem ends with the note, when we retire, we need not feel helpless and lost. We have lots of things to do. We can listen to the song of the robin. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Maybe a new chapter of life, opens up and we get to explore the thing. it's nature bestows us. Even that's the get together that happened, nature favored us, and it shows those beautiful souls came together. And I would, mention especially the 1-year-old scholar has attended. I mean, it's like Poetess has taken him this father of the, so that is something good. It's all nature
Yes,
blessing, I would say.
I think that what that little launch that we put up in Hyderabad taught me, and I always believe in it. We all have homes, you're all welcome. And whenever you come, we'll read poetry. Wherever we'll meet, maybe we have a cup of tea somewhere in a restaurant. Let's just read a poem. We all have it in our thing. And it's a huge family that we have here, which Prasanna has brought together. I'm so grateful to this young man. Thank you so much, Prasanna.
Thank you, ma'am. That was Roopali. Sircar, Gaur. Yes, Shalini ma'am wants to say something. Yeah, go ahead, ma'am.
First of all, congratulations on your book launch. Yes, I mean, and God bless you all with many, many, many more book launches. And I think, it was the most wonderful event. And I'm so grateful that we are able to see the photographs and your beautiful video. And my heartfelt love for this wonderful event that I wish I was there.
We're coming to Kolkata.
Please, you must, as you said, our home is open to just everybody, and it would be an honor, and it would be absolutely, I think, sheer bliss to have you all and meet in person. Though I feel that I always feel so connected, and I feel sometimes that is there a need to meet? But yes, I'm sure that has its own essence and its own energy, and we'd love to have you all, and each and every one of you are most welcome. And Roopali, your poems both were so touching. And your poem on the first poem, it was just so, it went deep into my heart. And I think in essence, it brings about so much because, I mean, this is the home that we all fight for. Why should we, in a broader perspective, when you think about it, the entire universe is everyone's home. But this home, this piece of land, this is, and this is all to contemplate and think and meditate upon. And I just feel it's so wonderful. The contentment, that you bring about is like you're having your home on your back. And, it's such a content feeling that it's nothing external to you. Everything is with you, within you, and in you. So I feel that once we turn inwards and realize that we've come with so much of beauty, and so why this thoughts of taking away someone's home as what's happening now in the world, So I think in your poem was just so significant at this point of time. And Roopali, thank you ever so much for sharing it. It was just wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. It's beautiful. Maybe you could have planned the Calcutta, the kind of Shalini's get together. I will have Gargi Saha definitely and Sreedharan.
Please, all of you are most welcome. Please grace my home. It will be an honor indeed.
Satinder ma'am, you cannot miss you. Shara, of course, cannot make it maybe.
Yes, and I think we need that light from her. We all could do with that light from you.
Thank you.
So please, please do come over, one and all. You're most welcome.
Thank
Sarah,
you
if
for
you're
the
in India,
warm
please do come.
invitation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for the warm invitation.
You all are all very welcome. You're already in my heart. But yes, my home is there for you.
Yeah,
Thank
you.
That was a lovely
Thank you
gesture.
for your warm invitation.
Thank you. It's so wonderful. All of you are most welcome.
Yeah, thank you. And my home at Jalandhar is also waiting with a warm welcome for all of you.
Thank you.
See, this is the love that is there that, which it brings about. And Prasanna and Roopali, I think, especially both of you for bringing us all together here in one platform.
Yeah. So this platform they have provided, and we are lucky, fortunate to be together here and meet everyone, and all the pleasant faces and all the poems which touch the hearts, and we learn so much from everyone who is present here. From this informal talk as well as the poems, they are really, they bring so much. And
They bring a lot of joy.
yeah.
Thank you, ma'am. Let's move forward, and please welcome from very close to heart. I call her Didi, and she's from Lahore, but we commonly share common emotions and all. It's loud to have on this platform. Sara Ashad, please welcome from Lahore. Yeah.
Thank you, Prasanna, Roopali ji, Shalini ji, everyone here, everyone. As you were talking, I have witnessed Prasanna doing a great job. It is not in everyone's fortune to hold such a enormous task and bring so many people together on virtually and do this open theme every week. I just feel very unfortunate that at times I'm very unable to attend him regularly. But I am very, very grateful to Rupali Sikardi in this regard that she has introduced me a great brother like Prasanna Kumar. And Kumar, till the rest of my life, you will be my brother. And all these relations virtually here, Shalini's sweet voice, Rupali, these blessings, and all of you here will walk with me. And as you, all of you are guiding each other for having, and believe in me, I'm receiving a call from India, or this time from another friend. But these beautiful relations with all of you, especially to my Indian friends and with the rest of the group here, will walk with me till my last breath. And all of you were welcoming each other to your house, to your blessed houses. I welcome you all at any time, any day. Hopefully that day will come soon in Lahore at my place. And let me give you love with all my heart. Let me serve you with all my blessings, whatever in the best way I can do. It's just a dream, but maybe it is said that at times God comes very nearer and he hears you. So I am praying this time that Shalini ji, Rupali ji, Kumar, and all of you here will come to my place soon, and we will share the poetry time and we will have the beautiful evenings together, hopefully. Thank you. You are muted, Prasanna.
Yeah. So time you're waiting for your poem to
Okay, but I am feeling fortunate that luckily we are talking in that regard, since I miss so much friends from India every day. So I have written a poem and which was acknowledged in different truths also. And I'm very grateful to Arindam sir also and Rupali ji also again for acknowledging my words and getting them published in your place. So the title of my poem is My Faraway Friend, and this is for all of you present here in this at this moment. In a kingdom out of my hand, where distance matters in endless sand, that there resides my friend, so dear and true, I treasure and value. We are miles apart, yet our hearts are interweave, distances to cover and miles to achieve. Across the oceans and mountains, our souls align, intervene in a friendship very divine. With the flow of passing days, adore each other in a harmless way. In laughter and tears we live. In one another we firmly believe. Seasons change and time swift pass. Seasons change and time swift pass. We stand steadfast without leaving a mark. Oh, my faraway friend, in a land so far, we reside within me, you reside within me, like a gleam of a star. From every sunshine, from every sunrise to sunset in the sky, I pledge with you that this friendship will never die. Until that day when we will meet again, I will think of you and enjoy the rain. Let the sky paint our love with the rainbow's trail and flying dove. With endless words, let's our spirit blend. That you are my faraway friend till my end. That's it. So
Beautiful.
I truly love you all. Thank you for giving me opportunity to appear before you whenever I like. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nevis. Yeah, please.
Yes, thank you, Sarah. Right across the border, there's so much of love that is flowing, which we don't notice. We only notice the hatred and the anger that is spreading. And you have come here today and you've spoken so much about friendship and love. And if us poets, do this, we speak about it, I'm sure it will reach the years that it should reach. And one day things will change for us.
Exactly, ma'am. Thank
Exactly
you.
that, Rupali.
And we are looking forward for that day where the borders merge. There will not be any water. Thank you,
And the
sir.
wounds will be stitched,
Straight.
hopefully.
Yes.
Exactly. Thank you. Please welcome. That was Sarah Ashad. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Up next is, yes, Dr. Gargi Saha. Please welcome Dr. Gargi Saha.
Thank you, Prasanna sir. Good evening. Greetings to all. Thank you, Shalini ma'am, for such a warm welcome to all of us. In fact, I invite all of you to my home as well, Roopali ma'am, Shalini ma'am, and all others. It would be my pleasure if you all come to my humble abode. Please, Prasanna sir. Thank you, all my friends from all over the world. I have two pieces today. Here goes the first one. Just a flower. I am selling multifarious flowers since science. Past generations have also seen, doing the same assigned task, and multitudes from all over the city poured in to buy the flowers, to offer and appease him. My flowers are reaching him anonymously. The sweet scent of marigolds, hibiscus lilies reaches everywhere. A little song of devotion, worship, praise is in the air. But my fate is just selling flowers in the cold, heat, or rain. Poor me, there is no other destiny. How should I love thee? I do not know. How should I worship thee? Where should I place the flowers? On thy head or thy feet? How should I bow down? On partial or complete feet? I do not know. Forgive my weariness, cravings, sins. Wash me with thine divine blood and make me simply a flower to serve thee diligently and wither at thine feet, ignorant, blissfully. Thanks. That was the first one. The second one is Save the Earth. I grieve to see Mother Earth in pain. Her sorrows are innumerable. Green earth is turning grey due to deforestation and pollution. Forests are being cut down by leaps and bounds. Infinite creatures are on the verge of extinction. Air, water, and sound pollution. Plastic is found in the oceans, a threat to marine creatures. I grieve to see Mother Earth's agony. Continents are retreating and intersecting. Glaciers are melting. Landslides killing men suddenly. Seasons changing. Facing the extremity everywhere. of nature and humanity. Save the earth, save the universe. It is exploding silently. Oh, Mother Earth, I wish to love you, protect you, and save you. You careless life. How destroy your magnanimity? Thank you.
That was a concern for the Mother Earth. We lost, a poet on Thursday, Saturday, who is his penchant. I mean, he was an activist and he was concerned for this environment. I couldn't recall his name, but yeah, he's very much concerned about the Mother Earth. So thank you, Dr. Gargi Saha. Thank you for welcoming, and thank you for your two beautiful poems as well. Thank you. Thanks. Please give a round of applause to Gargi Saha. Next, we have Sagyn from Kyrgyzstan, who has his friend. I have a friend who wants to, read her poem. So I think I would love to, share the screen. Just
Sagyn, ya da Kyrgyzstan. Kumar.
Let me sing, poets, let me sing, and let your applause sweetly roll. Today flowers bloom in my heart, white lilies, the queens of the soul. For you a garden's unfurled, and my lilies will cover the world. Butterflies of gorgeous hues are dancing here before my eyes, and as I write down every verse, it seems I am in paradise. I have become happiness's choir. Look at me, people, and admire. Applaud me, cheer me, warmly praise me, help my inspiration raise me. May in my words joy be revealed. Dear folks, let yourselves be healed. Let me sing, poet.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Kumar.
thank you, Sagyn. Sagyn.
Thank you very much. My name is Sylvia Berkanalivia. Hello, Kyrgyzstan. Yeah, no English, чуть-чуть знаю English. From Kyrgyzstan, Sagyn Berkanalivia. My poem, Britannia, poem, my poems, Britannia. Вот. My poems. Это кыргыз поэм, это Кыргызстан поэм. Это русский поэм, русский поэм. Я хочу прочитать, дорогие поэты, привет, hello, Кыргызстан. Мне очень приятно, что с вами из Бангладеш, Сингапур, Индия. Thank you, доктор Kumar. Позвольте мне прочитать свое стихотворение на кыргызском языке. Ырокуюн, акындар, ырокуюн. Катураак колуңарды чапкылачы. Гүл өсүп чыгат менин жүрөгүмдөн. Акландыштар көңүлдүн ханышасы. Бейишти жаратайын силер үчүн. Уландыштар каптагыла дүйнө жүзүн. Барпагай көпөлүктөр бийбейлеп көз алдымда. Мен бейиш көргөндөймүн ыр жазып жатканымда. Мен бакытка айланып кетпедимби? Эй акындар, Қараңғыла, суқтанғыла, қол чапқыла, силер маға эргүүнү жараткыла. Ырымды оқуғанда көңіл жібіп, ей, адамдар, уурудан аяққа. Сен менен ырларыма қыдыр болып келерсің. Мен білбеген жақшы адам қаларсың. Açılбаған сырым болып, айланып, басқанымда жылу қадам. Бәлкім, болған дұрсың, ақ жолығым. Башымда сыдырылағып кеткен жазамын. Көз жашымды океандай талпытып, қосалықтың илдетінен жолықпай қалсақ тіле жақшы адам. Өкінбейм, андан көрі демгіч берчи, саратан. Сағынышты жылдарымда ырыма сен қайрылып, қайра келчи, көзіме көрінбеген жақшы адам. Көзіме көрінбеген жақшы адам. Thank you very much. Thank you, доктор Кумар. Мне очень приятно. Я счастлива, что среди поэтов Бангладеш, Синий Рофик там находится, Резаудин Сталин, Сантош Кумар Пахарель. Мне очень приятно. Спасибо. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sagyn Berkanalivia from Kyrgyzstan, or read her, poetry in Britannia, so a friend also. Thank you, thanks for coming, Sagyn. Up next is, yes, Ma'am Joscephine. Please welcome Ma'am Joscephine to Arindam.
There. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, ma'am.
I actually was very delighted to hear all the invitations from our female members from different parts of India, and likewise, I'd like to invite you to the Philippines. It's not expensive to travel here, and there are so many beautiful things to see: beaches, mountains, resorts, and a lot of food varieties, and fruits and fish, and a lot, and the friendly people, and almost everybody speaks English. Anyway, let me proceed to my poem. The first one is titled Sleep, Fair Lady. This is for people for women who sleep late, and I know many of them, and many of them are poets, female poets who write at night when their husband and children are asleep, or when their housewifely duties are done. Okay, the title is Sleep, Fair Lady. Sleep eludes you. Are you waiting for something? For someone? How remote is your wish? Is it too far from possible? I imagine your joy when it comes. When it happens, will you launch a new sleep schedule? Or will it be another kind of waiting? Sleep beckons. Yield, dreamy lady, yield. We know not what the morrow brings. We know not what tune it sings. Carve it, mold it. Please, frame the photo in your mind, but remember, all is illusion.
Beautiful. You have another piece?
Yes, I do. The title is again, this is directed to an assistant of mine in the past who gave me so much headache and heartache. Anyway, but she's gone. Anyway, I mean, she's alive, but she's not with me anymore. I thought it best to cut off. The title is Surrender, Not a Deal. Because, for a long time, I didn't want to surrender. I kept on forgiving. I kept on just being patient. Surrender, not a deal. You react so easily to provocation. The slightest mention of your mistake causes you to smirk, pout, bow, hide your face and cry. Not out of despair, but out of the discomfort of your flaws being mirrored. Your angelic ways, your thoughtful help, your lightheartedness suddenly disappear, replaced by a devilish, uncaring attitude. The coldness you so selfishly exhibit. Merits earned from good deeds suddenly canceled out by negative karma for your disrespect. What a pity! I have sworn to myself to help you out of this cycle. You say you try. You say you try. You always promise you will. Change your negative ways and behave in a manner that befits this caring, patient aunt who has bothered to go deep into your psyche, your inner motivations, your cognition, the only one who knows your deep personality disorder, your insecurities from trauma, and an awareness of what you sorely lack. It is I, no one else, who is aware of what lies beneath your bedimpled smile in Facebook profile photos. It is only I who has cared enough to help heal you from your insecurities, low self-esteem, your unspoken pain and deep anguish. My good intentions, unhonored, disregarded by you, have caused me much stress and has disturbed my life somehow. Long tutorial hours, time spent with you to show and teach you many things you don't know. The 3 times your tantrums almost cost my life. With much compassion and patience, I forgave. When upset, tears don't run down my cheeks. Bleed instead. Now I am bleeding profusely. But if I leave you, who will help you out of your mental misery? You are now a woman of 35. Alone you won't heal. Surrender, it seems, is not a deal.
Very thoughtful, I would say, and a profound one.
I hope
Thank
it's not
you.
so heavy for you.
Yeah, but it's good. Thank you, ma'am Josephine. Thanks for coming, and thank you. Thanks. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is Dr. Janatha Ramanathan. Sure, sir. Richard, would love to have you always, and thank you for your support. Please take care of your health. Thank you. Dr. Janatha Ramanathan. Yeah, please.
Good evening, everyone.
Please work. Yeah.
I'm happy to be with you all, and I have been here receiving the warmth of love, care, and concern from all the illuminated poets. I know that, and I welcome you all to the beautiful land of Kanyakumari, Tamil Nadu. Such a beautiful land, lush green, rivers, temples, seas. Please, I welcome all of you to my home, to my place. And it's my pleasure to have you all here in Kanyakumari. And thank you. And I will recite my first poem, Creeping Age. Old age started creeping into the body. A record of my whole life. Silver lines glitter amidst my black hair. Years in my service register fall off. Restless and staggering mind reminds me of the ailing Tithonus. Becoming old suffocates as spring bid farewell. Is autumn going to caress me? The dancing daffodils and the waving oleanders hopefully tune the body to the reality. My mind plays hide and seek, paces in search of some elixir to hold my body from aging. I sway between the poles of aging, to befriend many to cherish and to enjoy the bounty of the earth. And my next poem is It Will. Love the people who hate you. Pray for the ones who wronged you, for it will change your life. Pick your battles wisely, not to fight with your opponent, for it will spoil your peace. Sweep the fallen leaves in the garden, not to hate the trees for dropping it, for it will boost your serenity. Decide, move on. Don't explain. It's your life. Live it without apologies, for it will balance your life. Don't try to heal the past by dwelling there. Heal it by living in the present, for it will balm your wounds. Thank you.
Quite a message. Don't try to heal your past, live in present. Beautiful, ma'am. So beautiful message that you conveyed, and you rendered it so well. Thank you, thank you. That was Dr. Janatha Ramanathan, my dear friends. Please, as as you invited, you could just have a visit too. Thank you for that. Welcome.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is a wonderful soul from Bangladesh. Please welcome Aklima Ankhi. Aklima Ankhi. Yeah.
Good evening, Prasanna and everybody. Roopali Sircar, ma'am. My first poem is in Bangla. কাঙ্ক্ষিত ব্যথা সুখ দিবে বললে আর আমি চাইলাম ব্যথা
Ma'am, could you raise the mic volume of the mic?
Yes, here is full sound. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, we could hear you, but it is inaudible. I mean, it's like very low. So just try, and you could place it near to your mouth or something, kind of.
Okay. কাঙ্ক্ষিত ব্যথা
Yeah.
সুখ দিবে বললে আর আমি চাইলাম ব্যথা দাও তোলপাড় করা সিডরের মতো কঠিন ওপ্রাণু শেকরের মতো বৃক্ষের মতো ভূমিহীন একাকিত্বের কান্না সমেত কষ্ট দাও তুলতুলে কাদার মতো কর্ষিত মাঠের শূন্যতায় থকথকে বুনু গন্ধে ভরা আদিম সমাচার শোক শোক খেলো খেলা বিগত রাফ খাতার কাটিকুটি নিবেদিত সুচতুর সুখ শোকের কম্বল মোড়া তাই যেটা পরে দিবে আগেই না হই চাইলাম this is my last and second poem, a reflection of my father. Please pray for my father because he is very sick now. And I also dedicated this poem to my father. My father is the rhythm of rain on a heart of thatched roof under a big mango tree. My father is the patience of fishing, taught me to be cool as a fish hook for hunting a giant rui from watery life. My father is the loyalty of his pet dog, holding the friendship to the end, made me loyal to my friends. My father is the strategy of a fighter, melting ego, paying respect to enemy, happy to find out the real victory of life. Thousands of impressions have inscribed in my heart as a father who is forwarding with me as a shadow of God. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, ma'am. That was on your father. We got to love your tribute, but we couldn't, the voice was so low, but we understand the feeling. But thanks for coming. And that was the Aklima Ankhi, my dear friends. Please give a round of applause. Please
Aklima
give.
Ankhi.
Aklima Ankhi and Aklima Ankhi. Sorry for that. Aklima Ankhi. Please give a round of applause. Please welcome our next. Yeah. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is yet again a beautiful soul. Please welcome Niloy Rafiq from Bangladesh. Unmute your mic, sir. Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Please unmute your mic. Niloy Rafiq. Please unmute your mic. Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
My poem name Divor. পাল তোলা ডিঙ্গি ফাগল উলঙ্গ নদীর জল দিবর মহস্য মারে জীবনের সাথে যুদ্ধ করে বেঁচে আছে কাল অদ্ভুত রোদ পড়েছে সবুজ শস্যের গ্রামে চন্দ্রিমা রাতে বাঁধের উপর জেলে বুক খুলে ঘুমায় থই থই ভরা বাড়ি মধ্যখানে আমার ঘর বাল বাচ্চারা অগাধ উৎসব লেন্টু অবাধ সাঁতার অদূরে খাস বনে শুভ্র বলাখার ঝাঁক নদীর কোলে বাঁশির সুরে বারংবার কে দিল ডাক ঠাই নাই ঠিকানা নাই মৃত্তিকা কোলে আমারে নিট আমারই মিত্র নীল দরিয়ার নীলে সেকেন্ড পোয়েম আমার ঐতিহ্য মাই ল্যাঙ্গুয়েজ বাংলা মাই পোয়েম আমার ঐতিহ্য অলস দপ্তরে বসে দক্ষিণা বাতাস সামনে আগুন শিখা কাঠের সেলায় শৈল্পিক মননে আঁকা বুটের শরীর রুদ্রগামে চকচকে অম্লান সুরত শব্দ শ্রমিকের রক্তে উত্তর অধিকার ডকে দেখি কারুকাজ পিতার সৌরভ সৃষ্টির আরাধনায় জোয়েল্লার খাজে বৈশাখে দুপুরে ছাদে কবিতার স্বর চিত্রকল্পে শিল্প জাদু অমিয় গ্রামীণ নিবৃত্তি শেখরের টানে ফরিজে ধ্যান আদিশৈলী ইতিহাসে বুধের রহস্য কাঠমিস্ত্রি কর্মচারু আমার ঐতিহ্য থ্যাংক ইউ সো মাচ
Thank you, Niloy, brother. That was so lovely, listening you. I could, feel that they are deep and very good poems. I could see the books, behind. So you're a famous poet. Sagyn has translated your poems in Kyrgyzstan.
Okay. Niloy.
Again.
Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is, yes, Manatita Hutchinson is Acharya of this platform. Please welcome as a guiding spirit. Yeah, please welcome. Lantern Carrier.
Thank you, my brother. I've got 2 poems for Diwali. I'll read one now and the other one next week. Ode to the Light. O light in my adversity, you who cried in my heart, shed the burden of my pains, burned in my emotions and agonized the spirit. Come, deep, deeper, deepest love. Not knowing did I seek thy face, yet you carried me in my ignorance, consoled me in my despair, became a comforter in my tears. O friend of the lowly, come. Thy path opened up before me, a chasm of fire, only to print my soul with happiness. For out of a penury of darkness, you removed all impediments to make me shine anew. O piercing ray, you reflect in moonbeams, sunbeams, and in starlit nights, burn the dross of my darkness, pruning the shadows of my heart like an angel of fire to grant me peace. Ah, I see you, dancing on rainbows, shimmering on the crest of the horizon as you glow with the majesty of Sri Krishna on the craters of the sun, blessing the various realms of your creation. My light, my fire, the inexhaustible love, you who give fruits to the womb of my birth, piercing this body of clay to mold a haven for the delight and charm of universal beauty. Come, my inner beam, bring me the carousel of a million candles, flooding the runway of my darkness, thus enabling the inner pilot of my visions to take me safely home. O light, my light, you burn with grandeur in Mahashivratri as you do in the Diwali's Diya lamps, lighting a beacon in the Indian soul with such magnificence that the entire diaspora shouts thy name. In this dance of creation, preservation, and transformation, the great night of Lord Shiva calls me to thy magical luster. Sweet flame, lover of Sadgurus, rishis, and seers, you shine in the terracotta lotus lanterns, proclaiming the victory of Rama, Sita, Valmiki, and the goddess Parvati, with your paragon of lanterns and flares. They dance on my bosom and wrap in my core in endless bliss. My light, my beauty, my effulgent stream, submerge the soul in a candela of brightness and be my dream. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
You're the light of the day. What a beautiful expression. And, kind of, put the Sanatanak, verses, I would say.
Sanatana Dharma, yes, yes.
So beautiful. Reading, always I say, listening to you is like reading a book, undoubtedly. Please give a round of applause for Lantern Carrier Manatita Hutchinson.
Shukriya, my Baiji, Shukriya.
Please welcome our next poet.
Beautiful.
Our next poet is a beautiful soul, and she's a singer. She loves, writing for kids. So please welcome Sreedharan Parokode.
Am I audible, Ji?
Yes, perfect.
Thank you for giving the opportunity. And I could hear that a wonderful function was held there in Hyderabad. And humanity, the book Manushattam was this there, and it was a wonderful time. And I could not attend the function. And my first poem is named as Yanam. Yanam means journey. പെരുവഴിയിൽ പല കുറി പകലിൻ തിരിവെട്ടം തെളിവറ്റപ്പോൾ പദമുദ്രകളൊന്നൊഴിയാതെ വഴി തെറ്റി പല വഴി പോയി വിഷമൂറിയ വീഥികൾ മുന്നിൽ വിഷമൂറിയ വീഥികൾ മുന്നിൽ തേൻകൂടുമെനഞ്ഞു വിളിക്കേ മോഹത്തിനറക തുറന്നു നിരറിവു പിളർത്തു ചിരിച്ചു ഒരു നോക്കിൽ പൊരിവെയിലായും തിരകോച്ചും പെരുമഞ്ഞായും നീകും നടനം കണ്ണിന് മാനത്തിനതിരുകളായി നിറമാർന്നൊരു കന്നിക്കനവിൻ നോവുകളാൽ വല നെയ്യുമ്പോൾ പകരുക നീ മകുടീനാദം നിറയട്ടെ മതി വരുവോളം നിറയട്ടെ മതി വരുവോളം. Then a short poem in English. It is too hot. It is too hot. Yes. The bracelets are in lockers. Chains are in chests. Chains are in chests. Cash in closed counters. Cash in closed counters. Feet on hot dust. And humanity is in freezer changed. And humanity is in freezer changed. That's all. Okay. Thank you.
As always, with few lines, you say a lot. I would say, with few lines, you say a lot. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for coming and, so much. That was Sreedharan Parokode, my dear friends. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is, he calls himself a village boy, but he makes, sounds and wherever he goes. So he is a rock star. Please welcome Spongo.
Thank you very much, Prasna. Greetings, everyone. I hope you're doing well. I joined with the intention of just listening because I'm at the airport. But I am gonna see if I can read a poem. Can the person who's not muted please mute? Okay. Thank you very much. So I'm gonna read one poem. It's an untitled poem that's in my notebook here. I'm just gonna put this right there. It goes something like this. At the end of the day, everybody puts themselves first. I am not getting tired of these untitled poems simply because I don't spend energy titling poems. The summary of the whole poem isn't why I write these poems. See, my life has been tough from a perspective. Torn pockets ran in the family, an inheritance that came with no decline option. Choices through adolescence sent me slaving in the trenches, metaphorically, dying to make the next meal, impress, wash myself of this involuntary stain of poverty. Make it big, brag about it, make it rain at the strip club, hip hop. I even dreamt of double Uzis, spraying the earth with the blood of my haters, not getting tired of these untitled scripts I was acting simply because I was stuck daydreaming to be titling dreams, simply because I was stuck daydreaming to be titling dreams. See, mental movies make for a good drug than the real deal. Fine details of a verse where action and dreams unite. See, my life has been great from a perspective. Peace and power to you. Thank you.
That was brilliant. Spongo, thanks for coming. Thanks. Please give a round of applause for Spongo. Up next is our historians, a wonderful heart who, always shares his poetry. He researches and he loves the Indian culture and the world in general. Please welcome Christopher T. George.
Hi everyone. I'm not going to do poetry. I'm going to do something different. A week ago, wonderful man was killed in a freak car accident in San Francisco. And let me call up my... Can you see that?
Yep.
That's Richard May, went by the name of The Actor. He appeared in an open mic with me out of California, and he was killed in San Francisco going to rehearsal. And the thing is that he had once been homeless. This was going to be his first paid acting gig. And so it's just a tragedy that we lost him. He and I performed a sketch from a project that I'm part of called Storm and Garrison, about Francis Scott Key and the writing of the Star Spangled Banner and the whole Battle of Baltimore. This is me. I've done a little bit of acting. Yeah, I even was in Shakespeare on Broadway, but it was Broadway in Baltimore. And this is me getting ready to appear in a play called A Gentleman of Stratford. Fragment of a film script, Edgar Allan Poe and Francis Scott Key. And it has a little passage here from President James Monroe. Our country may be likened to a new house. We lack many things, but we possess the most precious of all, liberty. And we're going into a tavern by the dockside in Baltimore. A cold rain is blowing in from the Chesapeake Bay. The date is January the 10th, 1841. Francis Scott Key is drinking red wine at a corner table while studying the testimony in a law case. He is 61 years old and thin. A short, slight man enters the tavern. The fellow has a familiar small black mustache and alert eyes. He fastidiously pushes rain from his shoulders. He is Edgar Allan Poe, age 32. Not the mournful character the world imagines. He has a keen sense of humor and often a sunny disposition, even if, as ever, he is short of money. Poe exclaims, "Oh, how the elements caress me so, how this world simply loves Edgar Allan Poe. Barman, your best Amontillado, s'il vous plaît, good fellow." "Frank, is that you, my old friend Francis Scott Key?" "Ah, Eddie, mon ami, I miss our chats about literature at the Seven Stars Tavern. We spent many a memorable night there, did we not, son?" Poe says, "Unfortunately, since Ginny and I settled in Philly, we aren't able to get back to the monumental city as we'd like. I lecture tonight on the poetic principle in the Egyptian room of Oddfellows Hall up the street a piece. Some might say Edgar Allan Poe is a decidedly odd fellow, but in the Egyptian room I should fit right in. Tickets 50 cents, but I can get you in for free. It would be valuable to receive your advice for improvement. Alas, I am duty-bound to prepare a case for the morning. Always a delight to spend time with you, Edgar, and to hear about your burgeoning writing career." Ha! Enough about me. Baltimore should be forever grateful that the Star-Spangled... I'm sorry, I can't read the last line. The pictures are in the way. But Star-Spangled Banner perfectly captures the city's fighting spirit and the absolute heart of our American nation. The same yearning to breathe free that Americans felt at the time of the Revolution. I fear I am a one-hit wonder, Eddie. We men with three names need to stick together. Francis Scott Key and Edgar Allan Poe. Indeed, Frank and Eddie create for the ages. Very nice of you to say so, Eddie, but I'm hardly in your league as a literary figure. Tell that to any Baltimorean, or any American for that matter. The Star-Spangled Banner is a great national song, an inspiration. Incidentally, Frank, you'll recall my love of mysteries. Bien sûr, as the French would say. Whatever happened to that missing 15th star from the Star-Spangled Banner that flew over Fort McHenry? A mystery indeed. Rumor has it that the star may have been cut from the flag and given to the Marquis de Lafayette at the fort when he toured Baltimore in October 1824, 10 years before the Revolutionary War hero passed away in Paris. Say, I paraded as a teenage militiaman for the Marquis while I was a student in Richmond. You know, although I was born in Boston and brought up in Virginia by my foster father, tobacco merchant John Allen, I've been around a bit. I even fought for the Greeks against the Turks and paid my respects to the Tsar. Oh, come on, Eddie. You're not still peddling those tall stories around town, are you? Who says they're tall stories? Did you hear about the flying machine that flew from the Phoenix shot tower just up the street to the Lazaretto lighthouse out in the harbor? Wasn't that an April Fool's Day hoax of yours? All scientifically proven, Frank. It happened, just like my trips to aid the Greeks and to pay homage to the Tsar. O ye of little faith, oh say, can you see the evidence before your eyes, Francis Scott Key? It's all too true, Frank. Go pull someone else's leg, Eddie. No doubt you'll find others who'll believe your tales. Now kindly leave me to study this complex case, if you would, Eddie. I must get back to boning up for the morning. Good luck, my friend, with your lecture on the poetic principle at Oddfellows Hall. Aye, Edgar, you are indeed an odd fellow, but I wager you will be a mighty hit with the belles of Baltimore. And Key bends his eye to the pages of his weighty law book, while Poe shuffles off to another area of the tavern. Now, this is Richard in the part that he was going to play Uncle Ben in the African-American Shakespeare Company's production of Death of a Salesman. And that's the car that sped through a red light at a terrific speed, I understand, clipped another car, a black car, and careened into the sidewalk, killing Richard. And that's Richard, just 64 years of age when he was killed. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Christopher. Indeed. I like the punctuations, but God,
Thank you.
Much research went into it, and I like the style of your kind of dedicated, tribute, and the flow of the continuity of your, reading. That was Christopher. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Thanks for coming, Christopher. Yes, Niloy, we could see that you are a great bibliophile. I could see the, zooming camera and all. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is Dominic Windram. Who writes small verses yet brings out a beautiful essence.
Thank you. The first poem I'd like to read is called An Ode to Peace and Justice, which is equally important, I think. Oh, there are so few odes to peace, yet too many epics of war, anthems of hate and vanity, drown out all sense of moral law. I believe in the one God whose name is love, who radiates truth. Yet cold agents seem to separate us. It's worldly idols that they praise. Money, power, vainglorious fame, to them life is merely a game. Calculated mindsets deploy advanced weaponry ruthlessly. Yet I can hear protest voice arising from illusion's sleep. Profit margins speak so loudly these days, yet I'm still stirred by the ancient prophet's prime ghostly presence. It is the wisest of guides. Dark hawks and ravens murder doves. The skies of blue turn red with blood. Crude tribal ways desecrate love. Look at those who are buried in mud. They are the innocent ones who are being dehumanized by all those who seek to silence truth. Or how do they sleep straight at night? They produce their hackneyed lies without seeming to blink an eye. Disinformation now prevails across bought media landscapes. It's evident that we need peace, but without justice, it is just another hollow term. Real peace will last when corrupt power rusts. Thank you, that's the first one. And the second one is called New Love. It's written in the spring 2020. Break these dark mirrors and leave frozen years behind. You are not old yet, but you still have so much to offer to the world. You know you chose your grueling journey long before you came upon this impasse. Have faith in the gods. Let dull moments be redeemed. Rediscover youth. We wanderers seek refuge in one another's arms after great trials of fire. Flashes of Eden stir verdant ways through this fall. As night turns to dawn, pink and white splendors begin. Love stretches across these flower-strewn avenues. Vibrant songs of light claim our common consciousness. The vicious dogs of decay are silenced for a while, at least in the deep blossoming of this springtime. Thank you.
As always, Dominic, you give out, a great essence through your short lines, short phrases, is what I would like to say. Thank you, it's Dominic. Thanks for joining. That was Dominic. Please give a round of applause. Up next is our beautiful writer, as a well-known poet, an award-winning poet. Please welcome Laura Grevel.
Thank you. It's wonderful to be here and just got to hear a lot of wonderful people. So happy I could beam in. I've got two pieces that are newer that I'll read to you and see how you take these. These are set in South Africa where my son lives. The first one is named The Place of Loud Noise, which is what the name Augrabis means, which is a nature preserve. We're on our way to Augrabis. Can you hear it yet? A hum under the dirt of things. The blue sky opens innocent eyes. The land has risen into hills of musings. It is hard to read the accent of the bush, but the stones wear a knowing glance. We're on the way to Augrabis, a place where humans barely dare to tread. Far from preoccupations of cities, they've forgotten with all their noise just how to listen. But we try just the same. Hold our heads on, feel the expectation, the way grass and shrub cock an ear, foretells the surprise will be, on the way to Augrabis, where the trembling begins, the path turns and earth bends. Stone arms open a seam that tears down a canyon. Comes a crash of white light, a roar, a gush from nowhere, to work the depth of auger where shallows never exist. Thank you. And then again, the next, both are rather short pieces. This is a place called Nababib, and the title is In Nababib, in their sleep, the local sheep bleat a curious bleat. Nababib, 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 oh. While the high rocks leap from rock to rock, while the zebra keep a hoof on loam, while the giraffe prefer to roam. Nababib, 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 oh. While the leopards peep from bush, while the cobra weeps from poison comb, while the springbok leaps from rock to rock, in their sleep, the local sheep keep a curious beat. Nababib, 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 oh. Thank you.
Excellent, 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 Laura, excellent. So beautiful. First poem is so beautiful. Wonderful. Thanks for coming and thanks for presenting your two beautiful poems. That was Laura Grevel. Give a round of applause. Next up is, yes, Kumari Sharma. Please welcome Kumari Sharma from Nepal.
Okay, thank you, Parsanaji and other poet friends. And I'm going to recite a poem, Footprints on Sand. The human developments in desert that can be highly recognized in Europe. The human foot is civilized. The human effort makes desert green. It is intelligent human richness. The desert brings the life of hardships. The Arabian desert is highly developed in city. Golden palaces are found now. Human feet are highly in progress. The sand makes the city heaven. It helps to remain ocean in the same place. The foot in sand brings new harmony of life. Another one is wall of love as culture and religion. Often, not always. Love is come from self-heart. It is not by any prevention in the heart, but culture and inequality of the social barrier pause it to grow. The wonderful is love. Rope of humanity is love. To love someone is not crime. To die for someone is another crime. Love is pain of art. Later deception turns to art of living. Love is the glory of happiness in reality. In other ways, love of glory in separation, because sometimes it turns to art. What is love? Innocent in love, but culture prevents to accept it. Love says all is equal. No boundaries there. Natural flings are there. Natural flings are there. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Sharmaji. Thank you for coming and showering your beautiful,
Okay, thank
words. Thank you. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends, and please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is, yes, definitely the Jackie Chou of We Rise by Lifting Others. Manishato. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, yeah. Hi. I haven't been here for a while. It's 6:30 where I live, so sometimes I don't wake up in time. Okay, I'm gonna read two short poems. The first one is called "The Wait," after Gwendolyn Brooks. I once threw rocks. I once refused to get help. Then I learned that the rocks could wait, so could the windows. The homework, the all-nighters could wait. The goal of dieting to 115 pounds could wait.
Even the dreams and the aspirations could wait. Perhaps this poem can wait as well. There will be many tomorrows when the mind is in health and well-being. Here's one. And the next one is called Halloween 2023. Today I threw on some blue wings from last year and a blue tutu. I felt nothing like a fairy, my feet heavy like dumbbells. There were no ghosts or monsters except for the ones dwelling in my head. They come out in the dark, glowing their red tongues at me, and I have nowhere to run. Thank you.
Thank you, Jackie. Short and sweet. Love having you around. And yes, please do come. And that was Jackie. Please give a round of applause. And now I think I could just read out a few lines, and I would please stay on. We got beautiful poets lining up. Before that, I think I could just read out some lines. We are absorbing through the realms of pain and pleasure some lesson that we render to us, the way to keep ourselves balanced under certain circumstances, the way to behave in some situations as normal human. We are absorbing all that's bestowed upon by the creator of shorts. We are absorbing all that is sweet and bitter to taste. We are absorbing everything we can to make our life a place where could the future be and paint our destiny and doom. We are absorbing. With those lines, I would request, I would now invite Dr. Gangalaxmi and Shyamaprasad Patnaik, a lovely couple, on our show. Please welcome.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure to attend the poem reading program, and I am extremely impressed with the recital program esteemed poet Prasanna Kumar is organizing on every Sunday. Happy Diwali to you all, dear friends. I would like to recite a poem on Diwali. Title is Diwali Festival of Lights. Diwali Festival of Lights. Celebration of light honors triumph of light over dark. Kindle light of wisdom everywhere. Kindle light of wisdom everywhere. Install smile in every home, every face. Exchange smile, best gift one can give others. Exchange smile, best gift one can give others. Put an end to all negativity that surround you and your dear ones. Celebrate life with family, friends. Forget pain of life. Light protects you from evil forces. And bring into your lives positive vibes and imparts with strength to face difficulties in lives. With light we are empowered with the strength to win over weaknesses, challenges. With the arrival of light, let us celebrate life with newness, freshness, and bid farewell to anger and bitterness. This is my first poem. I will recite a second poem. The title of my second poem is Everything Starts with Trust. Everything starts with trust. It is time to learn trust. Precedes love. Love someone that we trust. Most expensive is trust. Take years to earn, only seconds for lost. A real human being never breaks promise. Trust, when breaks, hurt a lot. We armor ourselves with an immaculate weapon, trust, to show care, admire, respect. Respect in relationships builds safety, openness, love, appreciation, and trust. Trust is bedrock of healthy marriage. Rebuild, inhale, shuck fragrance and scent. Collect the grain of trust. Its strength makes you live year after year, and watch it grow in all seasons, climbs, till getting older and older. Thanks, dear friends. This is the end of my recitation. Thank you. Prasanna, don't you like today, I think?
It's so beautiful. Yeah, always, I would never, tired of saying that, we always have this, proclivity of writing every day, never misses, a single prompt or event or in a day. How come, how she gathered? I mean, the both couple, I mean, it's so beautiful. And the poem that you read about the Deepavali and the light, and especially in the hope of this thing, and the second one as well. The trust is the most important factor in the human life, and it's very hard earning. I mean, it cannot be easily achieved. I mean, it's like, it's a human right. Yeah, so beautiful. We love to have you, and always the shouting of blessings and all. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please give a round of applause to Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik. Now he's better off Shyamaprasad Patnaik. Sir, unmute your mic, sir.
Thank you, Prasanna sir, for inviting me to recite my poems. Am I audible now? Yeah. And good evening, dear friends, poet friends all over the world. And I wish you an advance happy Diwali to all of you. First of all, I would like to recite a poem in my mother tongue, that is Odia, as usual. The title of my Odia poem is Chhadmo Bese Hosollas, Bliss in Disguise. Chhadmo Bese Hosollas. ସୀମିତ ସମୟର ଅଭିଜ୍ଞତା ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ନିଜର ଜ୍ଞାନକୁ ସମୃଦ୍ଧ କର। ସୀମିତ ସମୟର ଅଭିଜ୍ଞତା ମାଧ୍ୟମରେ ନିଜର ଜ୍ଞାନକୁ ସମୃଦ୍ଧ କର। ଶିଖିବା ପ୍ରକ୍ରିୟାରେ ଆମେ ସମ୍ମୁଖୀନ ହେଉ ଅନେକ ବାଧାବିଘ୍ନ ଏବଂ ଘାତ ପ୍ରତିଘାତ। କଠିନ ପରିଶ୍ରମ ସହିତ ସୀମିତ ସମୟକୁ ସର୍ବାଧିକ ପ୍ରଭାବଶାଳୀ ଭାବେ ବ୍ୟବହାର କର। ଗୁରୁତର ସମସ୍ୟାକୁ ଅଗ୍ରାଧିକାର ଭିତ୍ତିରେ ସମାଧାନ କରିବାକୁ ଉଦ୍ୟମ କର। ସମୟ ନଷ୍ଟ ନ କରି ଦକ୍ଷତା ବୃଦ୍ଧି ସହ ଶକ୍ତି ସାମର୍ଥ୍ୟର ଅଭିବୃଦ୍ଧି କର। ଲକ୍ଷ୍ୟକୁ ଅଲଗା କରନ୍ତୁ, ବାଛନ୍ତୁ କେଉଁଟିର ତୁରନ୍ତ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟନିର୍ବାହ କରିବା ଦରକାର। ନିଜକୁ ନିମଗ୍ନ କରି ଅପ୍ରାସଙ୍ଗିକ ଚାପକୁ ଏଡ଼ାଇ ଦିଅ, ହଜିଯାଅ, ଖୋଲିଦିଅ ମିଛ ଗପର ଆସର। ନିଜ ଦକ୍ଷତାର ବ୍ୟବହାର କର, ଧ୍ୟାନ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରିତ କର ନୂଆ ନୂଆ ଉଦ୍ୟମର। ଯାହା ଆମକୁ ବାରମ୍ବାର ବିଚଳିତ କରେ ସେହିଭଳି ଅଦରକାରୀ ପ୍ରସଙ୍ଗକୁ ଅଣଦେଖା କର। ଅଜଣା ବିଷୟ ଗୁଡ଼ିକୁ ପରଖି ନେବା, କାରଣ ଅନେକ ସମୟରେ ଛଦ୍ମବେଶରେ ହର୍ଷ ଉଲ୍ଲାସରେ ନିହିତ ଥାଏ ପରମ ଆନନ୍ଦର ସମ୍ଭାର। And that is the end of my Odia recitation. I would like to recite my second poem in English. And there is a rare coincidence that Dr. Gangalaxmi Patnaik also recited a poem about trust. And I was quite ignorant that she is going to recite that poem. So incidentally, it's a coincidence. My title of my poem is also Trust Yourself. It is all about trust. It's my own perception. Trust the first and foremost intrinsic trait of human race. Trust yourself, create congenial climate to be trustworthy with fellow members. Trust supreme power and pursue your ventures to accomplish objectives. Self-trust builds self-esteem, dignity, confidence in pursuing ventures. Your words and deeds should boost trust to prove your leadership. It's essential for promoting a product must inculcate confidence in patterns. Pets, canines, trust their governors, always ready for funding owners' lives. Success of institution, society, nation depends on trust of its citizens. Family is secured by mutual trust, confidence, sublime love of members. Children trust parents for love and nurture. Parents in turn expect care in later ages. We deposit money, jewelry with banks, confiding trust in their cordialness. Once broken, difficult to restore, never breathe trust of others. And that is the end of my poem about trust. And that is the end of my entire recitation. Thank you for watching and listening me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was a message that you read out. It was a beautiful message. Trust is a very important factor in human life. So well put. So well put. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is yet again a beautiful poet who writes in Odia, Hindi, and English. She is a brilliant poet, I must say. Please welcome Dr. Sudipta Mishra.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Actually, I have received my book. Here it is. Thank you, everyone. So I am going to recite my poems from the book. Shall I? The poem is Atonement. O Lord, forgive me for my unpardonable sin. Thy forgiveness will console my disgruntled soul. No words can justify atonement for my devilish act. Pardon me for my crimes against humanity. I crave for atonement to pacify my rude mind. Never I bow my arrogant body and wrathless soul near you. I tread on with revelous view. Now,
Ma'am, you're muted, please. Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. Now, I yearn to sublimate my wild actions. O God, please forgive my immature reasons. For I am your one and only son. In your divine being, I need to surrender and desire. I desire to merge with your supreme being. Embrace this fool in your cradle. O omnipotent, hold me and forgive me for my arrogant insights. Let me merge into your luminous, unending, and ever-glowing light.
Excellent, excellent. Confessional kind of thing and introspective as well. Very deep and so beautiful and very honest. The
Thank you.
crime against humanity, if I had done any, so please forgive. So something, confessional and kind of thing. So beautiful. So beautiful.
Thank you.
So very fit to the concept of human, Manushatvam. We can have the only, the standalone kind of reading from the book Manushatvam. Those who are having, those who are featured in the book could have reading from the book and exclusively, and have the separate the meeting for this. So I would like to have. I will announce that, and I'll be tagging with all the names who are this. So you can read it then from the book. So that was Sudipta Mishra, doctor, and please welcome. Please give a round of applause and thank you. Thanks for coming. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is she has she encourages poet and she wants some groups and encourages. So please welcome Saraswati Poswal. We got 2 poets left, so please welcome, please stay on and attendance. Right now, Saraswati Poswal. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, namaskar, sat sri akal, adab, salam to all of you. Thank you so much, Prasanna ji, for inviting me to this platform. Thank you so much. You're doing a great job. Hats off to you. Congratulations, everyone. So I'll start with one of my Hindi poem. The title of my poem is वो चांद कहाँ गया. Then after that I'll be following with my English poem. वो चांद कहाँ गया, कल जो इतना इठलाता सा था, बादलों में छिपा जाता सा, वो चांद आज कहाँ गया. कल जो इतना इठलाता सा था, बादलों में छिपा जाता सा था, वो चांद आज कहाँ गया. बेकरार करके कल आज अकेला थम गया. बेकरार करके कल आज अकेला थम गया. कल जिसके इंतजार में सारा जहान, कल जिसके इंतजार में सारा जहान थम सा गया, वो चांद आज कहाँ गया. कल जो इतना इठलाता सा था, बादलों में छिपा जाता सा था, वो चांद आज कहाँ गया. बेकरार करके कल आज अकेला थम सा गया. कल जिसके इंतजार में सारा जहान थम सा गया. जिसकी चाह में कल तक नजरें जमाए बैठे थे सब, जिसकी चाह में कल तक नजरें जमाए बैठे थे सब, आज मिलने को कदरदान कोई नहीं रहा. आज मिलने को कदरदान कोई नहीं रहा. आज वो चांद थम सा गया. उसकी कोई हस्ती नहीं, उसकी कोई हस्ती नहीं, मीलों तक कोई बस्ती नहीं. उसकी कोई हस्ती नहीं, मीलों तक कोई बस्ती नहीं. देखो कैसा नादान सा आज रुल सा गया. आज वो चांद जाने कहाँ गया. This poem was about moon, as in these days in India we have a festival called Karwa Chauth a few days back. Then today we had Ahoy Ashtami. That was also a fast, and after watching the star and moon we opened this fast. I've also kept my fast for my son. So this poem was for moon. Where is that moon has gone? That moon comes daily on the proper time. When we have a fast and we have to watch the moon and stars, they skip away on that day and they are not visible. So this poem came to my mind for watching that moon and stars. वो चांद कहाँ पे है, where that moon has gone today. The day we want that moon, we want to see that moon, we keep on watching and keep on praying, waiting, where is that moon? Please come fast so that we can have food and water. Since morning we didn't had anything. So I was also looking for that moon right now. Meanwhile, talking to you, my son was also waiting. When the moon will come, I'll go and have water and give water to my mom. So this poem was on moon. Why we keep fast? We keep fast for our son, for his or like daughter or son, for their long life. And in Karwa Chauth we keep fast for our husbands. So we keep watching the moon and stars, and we pour water, give water to them, arg dena. Then after that we eat food. So when we watch moon and we just skip away, uske baad we don't care where that moon has gone. So those thoughts came to my mind when we want to watch the moon, where it is, when we pray for it, and that day he skips away. He comes on his proper time when he wants to. And it was quite hazing in the sky, invisible. So that poem came to my mind. Hopefully you must have understood what I mean to say that in the poem. वो चांद आज कहाँ गया, where that moon has gone today. The another poem I have, the title of my poem is Stars Are Abhorred, We Adore. Stars are abhorred, we adore. The night was aching with the fullness of her youth. The night was aching with the fullness of her youth. You and I were walking on the shore, flirting the damp air, singing the songs of love in our ears. With darkness of her wet passions, night tried to call us to look at the stars and moon relation. We two were sipping it together, a moment so intimately heady that our eyes started dancing along the steamy music of waves. Each other drunken breaths, stars started falling from one end. For a while, beats of our hearts charged on the encore that was happening you and me tried to see, to the last revealing moments, longing to capture its eternal youth. Moon said, I do not care. Many stars came gleaming, calling to show that they are gleaming for the moon to adore. Through the prism of our tears, as the moment vanished into the immortal martyrdom, not only to be the reborn as a poem, penned by my restless sigh, and echoed with the faint temple, whispering with her smile. Moon made the stars cry. Beauty is not everything. It increases with the love and appreciating life. Hopefully you like my poem.
We thoroughly liked it. We thoroughly liked it, especially the Hindi rendition is so good, and so good. It is so beautiful.
Thank you. Glad you like. Thank you.
And this English as well, so beautiful. And for the English audience, you have narrated it so well. That was
A rule of the moon, how it's how it's dazzling and gleaming, and was talking with the moon and stars, how they're gleaming and showing. Anyhow.
Thank you. That was
Thank you.
Saraswati Poswal. Please give a round of applause, my dear friends. Please, now we could just have watched the moon, shining up, and you could have a glass of water as well. Please welcome our next poet. Our next poet is joining us for the first time, Oksana Mauricio. Oksana, yeah.
Oh yeah, hi everyone. Hi Prasanna, thank you so much for hosting. Lenter invited me. Thank you. I'm so glad. Yes, it is my first time being here. Yeah, so I'm just gonna share just a couple poems from my new book is called Lila Buds. And yeah, thank you so much. I've enjoyed it. Listening to the poems so far has been really great. Thank you for hosting. So it's just short poems today. So this first one is called Harmonious Physical Experience. You call this earth, in its terrestrial form subdued by another, where minds and souls traverse complexities infiltrated in anatomy, organs that exist beneath the shield body covered by the soul and persevering spirit. No one knows what possessed a mind to dream bigger than it has ever gone, transcending celestial shapes, turning into gold. What about those inventions, sacred made, the teachings of practice of pedagogy? It's overrating in this generation. Patience to question a student life. How on earth will anyone ever bring about the correct answers? The disguise of proposition of two ideology in a debate and argumentation building over time. So the second one is called oneness, becoming one with self. When we are divided, as a particle detached from an entity with disintegrate, indulging in old patterns, not serving the new versions we regenerate and recreate. Instead of engaging negative emotions connected to a past, those hard shell spells can dissolve just like snow over time. Clarity then hits after another repetition in the same old cycles. Why are we here, we ask? When within us exists the power to turn and discard, sabotaging ourselves with ordinary and mediocre ways of living locked in a casket. No one knows the hour where black and white should meet like love at first sight. And if things fall apart, at least we tried to become one before existing, alas. But when I returned to my senses there, I reconciled that I have always been one. Nothing happens when forged not with predicaments, but forging the now for a future imagined, calling love to something temporary fleeting, like a bird out of our hands. What has not yet come will form with the shape of being. It doesn't matter what it means. Let it be. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Prasanna.
Wow, Oksana, what a beautiful presentation. Oneness. I thoroughly loved it, and that is wonderful way of expressing yourself. And yes, nobody is unique. I mean, it's like everybody is equal. That's what you're trying to express. Oneness, superb. I would like to have you, every week. Please do come, and I'll be sharing on with the Lantern Carrier this link. And it would be great if you join from the beginning. Then you would, have this thing. So great that you come and express your emotions through your poems. Beautiful. Please give a round of applause to Oksana, my Reiki CEO. Thank you, Mauricio. Thank you. Up next is, yes, our guitar player and wonderful open mic artist, Mr. tezozomac.
Good morning, all. I mean, it's morning here where I'm at, and then I realized that the hour changed on us, so we have this crude timekeeping structure. I'm going to go in with this piece titled Ghost Ships, epigram. Like one on a lonely road doth walk in fear and dread, and having once turned round walks on and turns no more his head, because he knows a frightful fiend doth close behind him thread. Samuel Taylor Coleridge. We find ourselves in the ghostly ships of the past, derelict, adrift, and dead like the crew of the Mary Celeste. The ghostly vessels of our bodies are strewn adrift and deserted, empty hulls of meaning and signification. The derelicts found adrift in our historical materiality, careening in our subconscious, decommissioned, scrapped, breaking loose of the ropes and carried away by the manifest winds and social waves. The fire ship of Bathis Charlie lingers like a visual floater that can't be shook, the flaming three-mast galley that arcs across the horizon before the coming storm. But you see, the ghostly ships seem to constantly reappear at some interval, like the Lady Love Bond, as a reminder of our failures. On August 4th, 2020, the forgotten pulled off cargo of the MV Rosu tanker blew up half of Beirut. Few of the people had any notions of the 2,750 tons of NH4NO3, also known as ammonium nitrate, that had been sitting in a port warehouse for 7 years. These vessels, like the ships of the past, have served their many uses: the plunder caravans of the oceans, the cancerous caravels delivering the contagion payloads on unsuspecting lands and ripping the surface contents, stereoscopically extracting the geoflesh from the new lands and loading them on the greedy galleons of Europe. Al-Kabulan, the original name for what is now called Africa, in its ancient times meant mother of mankind or Garden of Eden. But today it remains the plunder playgrounds for the best that Europe could send, and some, I assume, are good people. The eastern coast between Tanzania and South Africa, across the Indian Ocean from Madagascar, for 500 years, it's been the hub of the transatlantic slave trade, expanded to Asia and the Middle East by Arabs, finally displaced by the Portuguese in the 16th century, hundreds of years later evicting the Arabs and extracting the gold. By the early 20th century, colonizers expelled. The 3 companies were left, and they could plunder, govern the African continent in exchange for whatever resources they could exploit. You see, an undisclosed buyer paid the rough and tumble Russian Igor Gradunsky $1 million to ship 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate from Georgia to Mozambique. Grashunkin used the windfall to purchase the Rousseau, a 27-year-old cargo ship from Cyprus-based company, employed Russian Boris Prokoshka to help the ship and the cargo across the Black Sea, stopping in Istanbul, Turkey, Piraeus, Greece, and Beirut. By Istanbul, Prokobush found himself in a ghastly ship with the crew abandoning ship. When Gradunsky failed to pay the crew, running short on cash, Prokoshka was sent to Beirut to take more cargo. Prokoshka found himself in a deadly ship as the hatch covers sagged under the weight of the machinery. Beirut would have wanted for the grifter ship to have the fate of the Urang Medan in 1947. The Urang Medan was found adrift off Indonesia with all its crew dead. Boarding party found the entire crew frozen, teeth baring and gaping at the sun. Both Grashuskin saved Prokoshka from abandoning ship by failing to pay the port fee. Such was the dooming of the Rousseau, abandoned by its owner, much like the old world owners. As the fresh crew heard the previous crew hadn't been paid, they went on strike and eventually bailed ship. As the ship was pirated, the Rousseau captain, chief engineer, third engineer from Botswana wouldn't disembark. And let me move a little bit ahead. The cargo original owner, the mysterious entity that had paid Grashunski $1 million for the ammonia nitrate, never claimed it. Another shady deal gone bad in a murky world of shady deals. But rarely are grifter ships like the galleons of Chapeau Cove. There are no buried riches to be defended, only banal bureaucracies. Prokoshka theorized the Lebanese didn't sell their bounty because the officials there were so corrupt, incompetent, that they couldn't agree on how to divvy up the profits. The people of Beirut, before the town blew up, missed the 1886, the Phantom Canoe of Lake Rotomahana, which was a Waka Waikura spirit canoe in Lake Rotomanda, New Zealand, having appeared 11 days before the deadly eruption of the nearby Mount Tarawara, which devastated the lake and the surrounding area. The Rousseau, meanwhile, had rotted at the Beirut dock until
Tejo, are you there?
I think he froze.
Tejo. Hello. I think he had some, network issues. Tejo has gone. Oh, that is, we miss his last part. But anyways, that was quite informative that went down. Let's wind up the show, and we'll see it with, I appreciate Tejo's, kind of poetry, and that's, kind of informative that he put it into. And I'll see you next time. I'll be sharing the link. Thank you, my dear friends. See you same day, same time. Thank you.